Hello there. Welcome to Billy Ho's Sports. More Saratoga racing action this weekend. Still waiting on the entries to come out for Haskell Stakes Day. You'll see all those racing videos afterwards. Today's video is going to be the Grade 2 Vanderbilt, and then we're going to throw in the Grade 3 Caress at the end of the video. That's our target today. So Haskell preview is out. I got all the nominations in there. Give that one a look if you want to get a nice little profile and jump off on who's might be going in the race until we get those entries. They should be out today, Tuesday. So if you don't want to miss out on any of these contest draws that are coming up or last minute adjustment videos, the best way to do that is to set the notification bell. That way you're notified in your in your comment section there about upcoming videos. Very helpful. So subscribers and the ones that comment on the Saratoga videos will go into the split the pot draw for next week's Jim Dandy Stakes. The two split the pot winners for the Monmouth Park videos will draw probably Wednesday or Thursday. So you need to check the description for details, have those notifications set, subscribe, like, leaving that comment, get your name in the draw. And what I want to know is give me your pick to win the Vanderbilt. This is a really, really good race. Use that hashtag BHS to help promote the channel. And let's dive right into it with the contenders. All right, race number 11 on the Saturday card is the Alfred G. Vanderbilt, and it's a grade 2, purse 400,000, 4-year-olds and upward open company. So we start with Smelly Skelly. This is Steve Asmussen's speedster. This sucker, I stumbled upon this one probably a couple years ago, but I've got some fun facts about that one. First fun fact is, can this horse win anywhere except for Oaklawn Park? 22 lifetime starts, 12 wins in 7 seconds. And so she broke her maiden at Churchill Downs almost 3 years ago. And then she won the Speightstown Stakes at Lone Star Park 2 years ago. That's her only 2 wins at a park other than Oaklawn. She's 0 for every other track but the drag strip at Oaklawn, and favors her or favors the gelding's speed. So Skelly, I'm not picking for the win just because the odds aren't, or the stats don't line up. She was defeated here in the Vanderbilt last year the same way she's been, or I keep saying she because I just finished my fillies and mares video, so I apologize for that. But this is a 6-year-old gelding. So the Vanderbilt, the second, got beat by Nakatomi, couldn't hold off. Second by Neck, got beat by Happy. Happy as a choice, got beat by that horse. So then she went to Oaklawn, ran back-to-back wins, obviously. So she's either she runs well at all other tracks, but she just can't seem to hold off the late charge of another horse except for Oaklawn. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. Now we go to number 2, Full Moon Madness. This is a 5-year-old gelding. Won the grade 3 tomfoolery in March. Had a great run at Aqueduct going back to November of 2024. 3 straight triple-digit Brisnet numbers. The class drop in the last start was at Delaware Park and got the win there. So pretty competitive horse. Could surprise, maybe get in the mix there with Kendrick Carmouche aboard. Damon's Mound. This is a Bill Mott. Bill Mott picked up this 5-year-old last December, turned into the Sunshine Spot Stakes winner. Last outing, the third, was in that Alapocas. And just this one's an also ran, in my opinion, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that one. Just the speed figures aren't there. Did run a monster race at Parks in the Gallant Bob. But other than that, I don't think that his figures are aligned with, like this horse, number 4, Mullikin, trained by Rod Brissett, Jose Ortiz. Really tough loss to Bookem Danno in the True North. That was a true battle. Those two were just neck and neck down the stretch, and he was cleared by a length and a half, and Bookem Danno got him by. I mean, Bookem Danno just so good. We'll get to him in just a second. But I mean, the Churchill Downs Stakes, if you recall that one, that was so much fun to watch. I've never seen anything like it. The entire 11-horse field was all within about 3 lengths of the lead when they hit the stretch. And then horses like Mindframe, Nisos, Vanishing, Bookem Danno, and Mullikin all separated themselves. And then it ended up being 4 wide with Mullikin yielding to 5th. So he might flip the script on a fast surface. I think that had a little bit to do with his faltering back to 5th. But you can see the second place in the True North was also in the slop, where he just couldn't quite hold off the late charge. There, Windstar Farms, definitely a top contender, along with Bookem Danno, and that's trainer Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan has had 2 great horses in his lifetime. Musket Man was about 15 years ago, and this guy. So this New Jersey bred gelding has been an ATM machine from the get-go. He won his first 3 races. He's got 14 lifetime starts. He's only been off the board twice, and one of them was the Churchill Downs where he lost by a neck. So he was fourth by a neck, and that's technically off the board. And then he had this clunker here in the Cigar Mile where Locked and Mullikin, that just wasn't his jam, going just a mile. Maybe it was just never got into the race. So one bad race in 14, probably not too awful. But you look at all the triple digits: 104, 99, 100, 100, 100, 101. So this one, he's just going to run his race, and it could be a likely winner. But I'm looking for horses with multiple triple digit runs, and these two, Mullikin and Bookem Danno, are right there in the mix. Then you have Nash. Nash is another one. He's cross entered at Ellis Park in the Jeff Hall Memorial, and I think he'll go to that one. I don't think he's any match for any of these horses. He doesn't have a chance to hit the board, in my opinion. He's that much lesser, but consistent seems to be a consensus underachiever, and that has to bother Brad Cox. I looked at these all these optional claiming, and I was like, is he trying to put this horse in for a tag? But he actually did not put him up for claiming any of them. So the results bear out very well. So he's probably glad he didn't. It seems like he's finding some form, but it's against much lesser competition than what we got here. So he would be a great fit in the Jeff Hall. So I'd give him that one there. So he's really run some pretty good races, and no real bad ones. I draw a line through the Woody Stevens. You can see that ninth, but the rest of his races, you can see first, second, third. He's always on the board in the mix, but it is against lesser competition. But this Woody Stevens, huge excuse. He looked like a drunk that stumbled and fell down and then hopped back up real fast, hoping nobody noticed. That's kind of how I thought of that one. So Nash, be on the lookout for him to defect to Ellis Park. That's just my guess. Number 7, Baby Yoda. That's Billy Mott and Dylan Davis. Baby Yoda come through for me last year. I put him on the thumbnail again this year because he won the True North, but he didn't show up in the Vanderbilt. I had him at 9-1 in the True North, and then I faded him in the Vanderbilt and went with Nakatomi. So I had a pretty good run in these two races back here. So Baby Yoda, I think's outclassed here. I mean, he beat horses like 90% Maddie, 24 Mamba, and Gun Pilot was the odds-on favorite. He'd be my 5th or 6th choice here. Now Nakatomi Towers, it's Die Hard Time, it's Wesley Ward, it's Ismael Yarmio, and we've got the True North of 5th place there. Tossed ahead at the start, wasn't really acting right. I don't particularly care for most of the time horses coming back from Dubai to have any chance to win their first race, and he proved it to me there. So I think maybe he's 32% trainer in dirt starts. I mean, he's going to be ready to rumble in this race, I do believe. I think he got too far back in the True North, and then 7 furlong race. So I lean to that angle that he's going to be better in this race. And you can see why he was second right out of the gate, pressing like down here in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. The Vanderbilt winner last year, that's what he needs to do, is be out there like that. I know it says stone closer, but he needs to be a little bit closer to the lead, I do believe. So hopefully Yarmio, who rode him to that second by a neck in Dubai, will be able to get it done. I think maybe just looking at the jockeys he's got to go up against, he might be you can see 4th in Prime Power. He'll be an off choice. So hopefully we get some good value on him. He's probably not as good as Bookem Danno or Mullikin, but given the right trip, he could pull the upset. So I'll have to make some adjustments. That's your field for that one. I'll have to adjust as soon as I see track conditions. So I am going to take number 8, Nakatomi, for the upset win. I probably will regret it, but that's okay. I'm willing to take the shot. Number 4, Mullikin, and number 5, Danno underneath. So if you wanted to bet like a trifecta, I'd probably go 4-5-8 over 4-5-8 overall, something like that, and maybe bet Nakatomi to win. Hopefully at maybe 7-2 or better would be sweet. So we're going to try to run them back for 2 in a row for Nakatomi. Let's get it done. Now we're going to do the bonus, race 9, Caress Stakes. Let's look at those contenders. Okay, we're going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. This is a grade 3 race, Caress, and I've got some interesting tidbits on this as we get down the list of contenders here. I think it will take rain to pull this off the turf. I don't think that they're not gonna pull a graded stakes race off the turf if it's dry. So I feel pretty confident that this will stay on the turf as long as it doesn't rain. They could pull it. They pulled a 5.5 furlong turf stakes race last weekend to the dirt. So kind of handicapping both as we go along here. Number 1, Tupi, is Grand Motion and Manny Franco, grade 3 win at Santa Anita. Well-traveled filly, raced in Cali, Florida, anywhere from the Midwest up to Canada at Woodbine, sired by Uncle Mo. She's got some class. She's got 5 wins and 13 starts with 4 stakes victories, including a grade 3 at Santa Anita right here, going 6.5 furlongs. So pretty good one. I'd say maybe the cutback would be good. The last race at Woodbine was 6.5 furlongs. So we're cutting back to 5.5. So that would put her probably in the mix pretty well. So I'd say maybe an exotics use. And now, number two is Zeitlos. And this would be your first candidate for if it gets taken off the turf, because he's run some really, really good races. You can see the Thoroughbred Club of America Grade 2 victor there at Keeneland. Open Mind last year at fall at Churchill Downs, a winner, and won this one at the Skip at Pimlico, and then was fourth in the Chicago behind Vava, Claret, Beret, and or was third, I should say, in the Chicago. So I mean, that's Vava and Claret, Beret, which are really good dirt horses. I think this horse, even though he's closer, uh, if it does get pulled off to the dirt, that good chance to win. Twirling Queen. Next up, Jose D'Angelo. This is Jaramillo. She's won 50% of her races in 12 starts. She's got a listed stakes wins at she's got a listed stakes win at Saratoga, going 5.5 furlongs on the turf last July. Uh, Clunker in the Raven Run won the Maddie by a neck, fourth, and then second in the Intercontinental. That grade two's got many rivals in there. You'll see that race. So the ninth in that one, that's kind of no bueno. Red flag there. So the Coronation Cup though was the same distance, same track, and she did beat a rival in that one. So I'm not really sure where I stand on her yet, but probably going to toss. And then you got Kai Ryu. I guess that's how you say it. Sherry DeVoe, Kendrick Carmouche, third in that Intercontinental, 2 wins and 9 starts, second behind Twirling Candy in the Coronation Cup, was just got beat only 3.25 lengths in the Franklin. That's not bad. Ran in the Music City at Kentucky Downs. It's got some middling results at best, so I'm going to pass on that one. Pandora's Gift is Miguel Clement, Joel Rosario. This one lost by a nose in the Grade 3 Giants Causeway. Third in the Grade 2 Franklin at Keeneland. With the sire being Churchill and the average win distance at 9-0, I can see where the dam sire gets the sprinting. It's kind of like the opposite. Usually you'll see the speed come from the sire side and the stamina from the dam, but this one's kind of flipped. So Pandora's Gift, kind of an interesting horse. She's a presser and ran really well in that Giants Causeway. Lost to a rival, lost to another rival. Future is Now. So probably an underneath or value play type for me. Moving on to Pipsy. Everybody in the club getting Pipsy. So Jose Ortiz stays on, going for the third straight win and remaining undefeated in 2025. She is fast and has sustainable speed down the stretch to hold off the closers. Could go wire to wire here if conditions were right. The connections are really high on her form. Hot jockey, 10 wins and 24 starts. Jose is just lighting the course on fire. And I don't think it much matters between turf or dirt. He's a little better on the dirt, I'd say, slightly than he is on turf, but he's a master tactician, and he'll know what to do once he jumps aboard this one. So this one, a very high probable winner for William Walden. And then you have the main rival, Future is Now. And that's going to get Paco Lopez aboard. He's ridden this horse many times for Mike Trombetta. Failed as the favorite last race, but 1 out of 5 is the trainer in that category. I do think he's got multiple graded stakes wins, and I think probably leading in the stretch in this race last year, the Caress, Paco was, and then about 70 yards before the finish line, they crossed up with another horse, and he got the crop knocked out of his hands. So he had to run the last 70 yards without a crop to get that final press, and then fell back to third. So he could be looking to get back in the graces in the winner's circle, thinking maybe if that had not happened, he could have won that race. So Future is Now is going to be a definite threat to win, as is Time to Dazzle. Time to Dazzle is Mark Cassie and Dylan Davis. She does have a grade 3 win at Woodbine. That was going a mile. She's got some middling results in listed stakes. Fourth in the Music City. The grade 3 at Woodbine win in the Ontario. That was a pretty good one. Then you got some clunkers down here in the Jessamine and et cetera. So probably not Time to Dazzle for me. And then you have number 9, Obstreperous, and that's Jose D'Angelo. 4 wins and 16 starts, but 0 stakes experience. The speed figures are short of what I'm looking for here. So I guess it's best I mention the main track onlys because of the way things been going out there with the weather at Saratoga. So if we do get it pulled on the main track, this is what we're going to be looking at. Number 10, Helena's Forte, Philip Bauer, rider unknown yet. Won a 5.5 furlong race that was pulled off the turf last August at the Spa, same conditions. 150K stakes, 5.5 furlong win at Churchill Downs last October. 5.5 to 6 furlongs seems like a really good distance for her, so I'd give her a shot if she draws in. And then you got Little Prankster, the 5-year-old mare from Philip Bauer. Also, this one Jose Ortiz will ride if she draws in. So decent sprinter, 9 starts, 4, 4, and 0. So 8 times first or second out of 9 starts. Broke her maiden in this very condition, a fast track where the race was pulled off the turf. It was on a fast track. She won it by over 7 a little bit. That was way back in 2023, though. She missed her entire 2024 season. Then she jumped back on the CD turf and didn't run so well. So Bauer put her back on the dirt, and then she scored the win immediately following that the next month. So if the race goes on to the main track, Little Prankster is another one that's got a chance. And then you have our weirdness category number 1. This is the Grade 3 Caress Stakes. And yes, number 12 is Caress. And no, the horse did not come back from the dead to run in this race. Caress, if you don't know, this is just kind of a fun fact. If a horse never won a Grade 1 race, never earned over $1 million, is a Hall of Fame member or otherwise protected, that horse's name can be reused after a waiting period. So Caress took this name, but I just thought it was funny that she's entered in the Caress Stakes. So I don't think she has a chance to win, but interesting nonetheless. All right, let's wrap things up and get on out of here. I'd consider the 11 and the 12 if it does get pulled off the turf. And then obviously I said number 2, Zeitlos, would become a very high selection. But if it remains on turf, and I'm a little more confident with the Great of Stakes race, number 6, Pipsy, all the way for me. Number 7, Futures Now, is going to be tough. And I like number 5, Pandora's Gift, as a value play. So Pipsy for the win. And then with the 7 Future, 3, 5, the 3 is Twirling Candy, horses like that. So that's going to do it for this show. Like I said, get ready for some split the pot draws coming very soon. You have to be subscribed. You have to be hitting that like button, and you have to be leaving comments. Commenters get their names in the draw. Set your notification bell so you don't miss out on the draw, because I will mark it with an Easter egg one way or another. So don't miss any of the late adjustment videos either. Until then, see you soon.